exporting course content. So go into the course that you would like to export from. In other words, I'm in my fall 2023 course, and I'm going to export this course content to my spring 2024 course. So what we want to do is we want to go down the menu on the left-hand side, and we're going to go all the way down to Packages and Utilities. And we're going to click on that. It's going to expand it, and some choices come up: course copy, export, import, and manage. We're going to export a course. And then we're going to go up here. Once that page opens, we're going to click Export Package. Now, this is important because we want to click some things here. So you can just come in and select all. One of the things that I always unclick is the Start Here, because when they roll over our classes, they automatically put in all of the Start Here content, and that way it's not duplicated. I go ahead and this is all the course content. I go ahead and roll over my syllabus and course schedule, even though I know I'm going to change it. You can choose not to do that, and then those will be empty spaces that you can fill in. But I just roll in the old one so that I have it there to view when I do my updates. So one of the things that's really important, a lot of times when you copy, like if you copy a module to a course, it won't bring your assessments over because it doesn't allow you to bring grade center and column settings. If you don't have this clicked, it won't bring over any of your assignments, excuse me, any of your tests. So I click everything except for the Start Here. You can, tasks, tests, surveys, all those types of things. Discussion boards. I have starter posts in my discussion board, so I go ahead and do that. If you don't want those, you would want to include only the forums with no starter posts. That's something that you might want to think about. All my rubrics come over. If I've given somebody observer access to my course, I do that. The dates and things like that are also, like due dates are going to come over, and they're just going to be what they are in this course. So I'm going to go ahead and submit this. And it's going to bring me back to this window. And if you look here, it says success. This action has been queued. An email will be sent when the process is complete. I don't wait for the email. I go up here and I click this little refresh button. And it's going to bring me back to here. And then I have to go back to the export. And when I come back to the export, here's my export file. And the way I know it, that it's this correct file, it's the date and the time that I worked on. So now I have this export file, and it's a zip file of all the content in your course, and I'm going to click on it. And I want to download it. And I'm going to go ahead and download it bring it to my download file, and I'm going to save it. So if you look up here in the top corner, it's downloading, it's in progress. So at this point I can click OK and get out of this. So now what I'm going to do while that's going on, I'm going to get out of this course, and I am going to go to my spring 2023 or 2024 course, sorry. So I want spring 20 semester. I want to find that same course. So this is my spring 2024 section of the course I just exported, and I'm going to click on it. So now I'm going to go down to that same Packages and Utilities. I'm going to click on it, but this time instead of exporting, I'm going to import. Click on Import Package. Now we have to go find it. So we're going to go Browse. I know that I put it in my download files. I oftentimes put my export files directly in the course. like I have a folder for each of my courses, and I have an export file so that I always have a copy of my classes that I could import anywhere. So export file, and you'll notice that the number is the CRN number and the year, and I don't change the name. I think that might screw it up, so don't change the name. So anyway, I've clicked on the export file. I'm going to open it up. So now that's the file I want to import. And if I just click submit, it's not going to copy anything over because I haven't selected anything. So I'm going to select all again. Now remember, I didn't export the start here, so I don't really have to worry about that. But you can do availability, which are the dates, like when things are going to open up. And what that does, you can then adjust your dates. I don't check that, and it's not a default. So I just leave it at this. So it's bringing in my rubrics and in my group settings, my grade center columns and settings. And I click submit. And then it's down here in the bottom right hand corner, you see that it's working. And depending on the amount of content that you have, this will take shorter or longer time. And there it is. So import to access is running. To access the detailed log, click here. So it hasn't really completed, it's running. And I can see here, if I look here, this shows that this link has no content. So the content's not there, the schedule, so there's nothing there right now. So I could go away from this and come back to it a later time. I'm going to get an email that says it's done. But I might be able to, I mean, I don't know, we'll try to refresh it here and see if it's still working. Yep, it's still working because there's a lot of content in that file. But once it's done, all the content will be in this file. So that's how you export and import. Now your goal is to go back and update everything. So I brought everything, like I brought all my announcements and everything like that. You can click those off. I bring them because some of them are kind of standard. They just change dates. If you do, so you can set up your announcements in your course, like put dates on them and they'll pop up no matter what. You can have them ready or just have them ready to remind you that you should do an announcement for that. This is coming up. Yeah. Okay. I think that's about all I can tell you for now, and then we'll move on with any questions you guys have as you go through the process.